had to quit because working there was no longer part of my vision. This is why I quit. Hey everyone, my name is Pachia and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. If this is not your first time here and you've been to my channel before and seen my previous videos or seen my future videos and landed on this video, well, hello and welcome back. If there is one thing that I know about you and me is that we are human and we are our own person. So on this channel, I like to explore what it means to be human with likes and dislikes and dreams, hopes, fears, things that annoy us and things that bring us joy. So if any of that interests you, then I hope you consider subscribing. So how was y'all's Memorial Day weekend? Comment below. Kid and I, we had a pretty chill weekend. We went to the grocery store. I made crawfish etouffee for the first time, which by the way, I have to say was tasty. And we are still practicing social distancing. Unlike 2019 Memorial Day weekend where we were hanging out with my family and taking the kids to the pool and hanging very closely to strangers. One more thing that is not like last year was that I had a full-time 40-hour working 9-to-5 job. As I am filming this video, this is my job. And do you want to know how much I'm getting paid? YouTube has paid me $0. Yes, you heard that right. I have not yet to earn 1 penny from YouTube because I have not met YouTube's requirements. But that's okay because this is just the beginning. Literally, like I have not had a traditional job in about 3 months and it has been quite a ride. From the moment I had decided that I was going to quit my job till now, I have just been going on this emotional roller coaster. Let me take you back to the summer of 2019. In the summer of 2019, I had decided to quit my job, but not quit like turn in my notice and walk out the door. Quit as in planning the transition. So before really quitting, I had a couple things to figure out. Like one, I had to talk to my husband, and two, figure out my finances. Talking to my husband went a lot smoother and was a lot easier than I had imagined. Like for me, my husband is super supportive and has my back in life for sure. Figuring out my finances was more of a me problem than a we problem. You know, it is true what people say when money is something that a married couple fights about the most. And that's something that I wanted to avoid with my husband. I didn't want my debt to be his debt. I did not want that financial burden to be on my husband. Now, we do have debt together, like our mortgage and our car note, but he shouldn't be responsible for paying like my credit card bills. So when I talked to Kit about me quitting my job, I made it very clear that I would pay off all of my debt before quitting my job in January 2020. And that is exactly what I did. It was not easy. I had less than like $10,000 to pay off, but I was very motivated because the only way I was going to quit my job was if I had absolutely zero debt. So I gave myself a deadline. At the end of 2019, I would have every little loan and credit card paid in full. From the moment I decided to quit my job, to talking to my husband, to figuring out a financial plan to pay off all my debt by the end of 2019, I was feeling really positive. How I was feeling like I can do this. I had a very clear vision and I was going to make that vision my reality. In January of 2020, credit cards were paid in full and loans were non-existent. And I had gave my boss a month's notice. The emotions I was feeling was just all over the place. When I told my boss that I was quitting, I remember feeling like shit. Should I just tell him like, just kidding? You know, because the ego was really coming out saying like, girl, what you think quitting your job? Like, you can't do anything that you have planned for your life. You just need to stay here where it's comfortable, where it's good pay, and you're good at your job. I had a really good job. You know, it was a corporate office. I had zero drama with the department. I had a decent relationship with my boss. My sister and aunt also works there, so we got to have lunch together every day. You know, I really have no complaints about what I did. And on top of that, I was getting decent pay and I got paid weekly. I could have easily been there for the rest of my life. In January of 2020, I would have had my job for a year and a half, but I've been with the company for, I think, going on 12 or 13 years. So in that amount of time of being an employee there, I mean, I had a decent 401k and I had, oh, I didn't have to pay for my medical because after 10 years, they will pay for your medical. I mean, no complaints being there. I mean, did I love it? Not really, but I could have easily just been there. I could have been a robot, really, just going in there and going beep, beep, boop, beep, boop. Hopefully I'm remembering this correctly. I gave my boss my notice on January 7th and then my last day was on March 11th. If you're wondering why there's such like a big time frame, like almost 2 months later for me to actually leave the job, was because I wanted to give my boss the time to find my replacement and for me to train. There were so many self-doubt moments during that time frame where I just wanted to tell my boss, you know, hey, change my mind. I don't want to quit. I know you found my replacement, but can you find a place for me? Like, it was just my ego getting in the way, or it was like me getting my own way, because you know, you think about quitting your job, you do what you need to do to quit that job, step one. Then you tell your boss, hey, here's my notice, you know, I'm done. And it's like, whoa, girl, can you really do what you're going to say you're going to do? Can this really happen for you? I'm so glad that I kicked my ego to the curb and I did not get in my own way, because this is why I quit my job. I feel like I need to make this very clear. YouTube, or having a channel on YouTube, is not the sole reason for why I had quit my job. Having a channel on YouTube is part of my vision, not my whole vision. My passion is to create, and YouTube allows me to be creative. When I'm filming my videos, it's helping me with my camera skills, it's helping me build confidence, and always, most importantly, it is helping me get out of my comfort zone. Let's say the vision I have for my life is like an Alfredo sauce. In an Alfredo sauce, you need salt, garlic, butter, Parmesan cheese, and cream. YouTube is the cream of my sauce because it's the foundation of how I'm envisioning my life. Now, walking away from a stable income was not easy, but I do not regret quitting my job. I've just had to make a lot of adjustments since March. Like I said, I'm going on 3 months of quitting that job and leaving that corporate life behind me. My first month, emotionally, I felt really upbeat and positive. Like, I felt supercharged. I wasn't waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't having lunch with my sister and my aunt. I didn't have any demands to meet. I didn't have any deadlines to meet. So I had to find a new rhythm, a new routine, and build my habits. By the way, if you guys didn't know, it takes 21 days to build a habit, 90 days to change your lifestyle. I have not yet reached my 90 days, but I have built some pretty good habits. This is going to be like a cleaning TMI, but I hate doing dishes. My husband does not do dishes. I have never asked him to do dishes because I know that's just not his thing. Kind of like how I never vacuum. Anyways, I only used to do dishes like once or twice a week because I hated doing dishes and I would just let it sit in the sink. Now I wash dishes almost every single night. And if there is any dish left in the sink, it's usually just like one spoon, one fork, a plate, something really like will take like a couple minutes to wash, but I'm just kind of like, eh. And it is an improvement from how I used to be, because I used to leave piles of dirty dishes in the sink. So yay for me for building that good habit. Another good habit that I've built is this: filming, editing, and posting every single week. Let me be very honest with you guys. It feels so good to be here, to be in front of the camera and to do this kind of work, because truthfully, it doesn't feel like work. Fun fact, this backdrop that I'm using isn't really a backdrop material. It's just fabric that I got from a local craft store called Hobby Lobby. If you live in Georgia, you may be familiar with Hobby Lobby. I will put the link down in the description box below just in case any of you crafters want to check it out. Also, I'm actually thinking about changing this backdrop because I'm getting really bored of the gray. In the beginning, I had a legit sparkly Amazon bought backdrop that I used to film, but I got bored of it. So I was like, man, I need to change things up. So I bought this. So I don't know when I'm going to hit up the fabric store or the craft store, but I will be changing this sometime soon. Recap of month 1 was really about me finding my new routine and getting in front of the camera. Month 2 of leaving my job, I feel like my routine got better. Like I was filming, editing every week, but I wasn't posting the same day. Like I think I was still posting like random days of the week. I mean, it was still once a week, but it was never like on a specific day. I was making a ton of mistakes, but also learning how to make things better. I spent a lot of time in month 2 researching like how to film YouTube videos, what to do, what not to do. And I have noticed, like from my very first YouTube video, which was like late October or sometime in October, from now I feel like my thumbnails have at least gotten better. When I post a video, I watch it once and that's it. I do not rewatch my videos for a couple of reasons. One, I have watched that video more than anyone should watch a video because like I said, I'm a one-woman show, so I'm editing my own stuff. So I'm like watching clips after clips after clips to making sure I don't miss a beat. Two, I would be like, you know what? I should have changed this. I should have added that. I shouldn't have done this. So I'm like my worst critic. I try to improve my videos by 1%, which I've learned from watching videos from Think Media and Catherine Manny, which I've mentioned them in like my earlier YouTube videos. They're like my go-tos for anything involving how to grow your channel, how to improve your channel, any tech gear. Like I absolutely love those 2 YouTube channels the most. They're my go-tos. So in month 2 of leaving my job, I was feeling really negative. Like I just felt like I'm no business of being on YouTube. I have no business of quitting my job. I made a huge mistake. You know, I'm not bringing any income. It was just a really self-loathing month. I said to myself like, this is why I quit my job. Then I reminded myself, this is where I'm meant to be. That quitting my job was a good thing because I'm going for my passion and that can never be a bad thing. Feelings recap for month 2. Made a lot of adjustments, made a lot of mistakes, but also doing my best to improve my videos by 1%. Here I am, a little over 2 months, and I am feeling, whoo. I don't ever want to stop making adjustments, mistakes, and not learning ways to improve my videos by 1%. Having a YouTube channel and really being my own boss, I need to apply the 3 Ds. discipline, dedication, and determination. I need to be disciplined to post videos every single week, regardless of how I'm feeling. Maybe one day I will post 2 videos a week. I never rolled out vlogging. Honestly, I still feel like my life is very uninteresting. It's very mundane. And what do you guys want to see about my personal life? Really? I dedicate time and energy to this channel. This channel is part of the vision I have for my life. I am determined to turn this channel into something special. I want to impact your life in some way, shape, or form. I want you to always leave motivated, inspired, or entertained. This channel is going to open doors for me. I don't know when, I don't know how, I just know that is going to happen. I am speaking it into existence. Leaving your job, you are going to be on an emotional roller coaster. You're going to have self-doubt. You're going to have days when you feel really positive, then days when you feel really negative, and then days when you feel really inspired. On the days I'm feeling really inspired or motivated or positive, I hold on to those days because I don't want a self-loathing day when my ego is going to come in and try to tell me that I need to go back to a traditional job and work 40 hours and give up on my hopes and my dreams. This is my job. This is me in real time of turning my passion into a career. I have not reached any level of success and I'm telling you guys, hey, this is how you're going to feel and this is the reward you get at the end of the road. No, this is like all happening today, like making $0, having no income. And I can only hope a year from now that my life will be different in the best way possible. Hell, it don't even have to be a year. It could be 6 months from now. My life will be different in the best way possible. The emotional lows and highs from deciding to quit my job in the summer of 2019 to putting in my notice in January of 2020 and then my last day ever in corporate in March of 2020 has been crazy. But honestly, what I'm feeling right now is I don't want to say happiness, but content. I am where I am meant to be. So yeah, I may felt low and I may felt high and I may feel a lot of self-doubt and I may feel inspired. But all of this is because of the one big decision, which is not the decision to quit my job, but the decision to go for my passion, to turn my passion into a career. And I said it earlier in this video that when you go for your passion, it cannot be a bad thing. When I was researching how to make my videos and thumbnails 1% better, which kind of makes me cringe a little bit, is to actually take pictures for my thumbnails. Now, I've said it in my previous videos of who I am now that I do not like to post selfies. I learned and adjusted that if I want my YouTube videos and thumbnails to be better, then I need to have a good picture versus picking a screenshot. So I have and I will continue to take pictures for my thumbnails. I know I've changed a little bit. Feelings recap: 2.5 months after leaving my corporate job. I feel okay and I still feel good about quitting. I'm not going to be so hard on myself. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for watching this video. If you're feeling me and you want to hang out on a weekly basis, then click the subscribe button. I will see you in my next video. Till then, have a beautiful day and have a beautiful week. And if you're not leaving motivated, inspired, or entertained, then I have failed as a content creator.